welcome to Montavious Got Your Word. So on today, I have with me a special guest, and her name is Miracle.
Hi, how are you all doing?
Woo! So Miracle is also a friend of mine, and she's also my sister in Christ. And so on today, we are going to just be having a little brief interview, but if she would like to expand, she will do so. And so on today, Miracle, I just want you to just tell me a little bit about yourself.
Okay. My name is Miracle Redmond. Um, I am 26 years old, getting ready to go. I am engaged, thank Lord. I guess I've been here in Mississippi all my life. Faye has been just a friend of mine and fellow sister in Christ, like she says. We've been knowing each other practically all our lives.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so I'm just excited to be on the show. I'm a fan from afar, and I think that she's doing such a good job with her YouTube channel and blogs. And I just hope that, as time progresses, that her channel continues to grow and that she continues to grow in Christ as well.
Thank you, Miracle. And so, Miracle, tell me a little bit about your name. Do you know the what why your name is Miracle?
Okay. Well, long story short, um, she couldn't have children after 17 years of marriage. And it was something that she really wanted even from the get go. This is like after marriage. So my mom and dad, they got married at pretty much a young age. So after many years of praying to God and seeking God for children, that's when she had my brother. And my brother, he's actually named after my dad. And when I came along, that's when she named me Miracle. Just in honor to the faithfulness and just the faithfulness of God and just I guess my name is just a testament to that.
Very nice. So Miracle, tell me when you gave your life to Christ.
Okay. Well, I gave my life to Christ at the age of 13. Um, I would say that it was one of the best experiences.
I
One of the
bet.
best,
Mm-hmm.
one of the best decisions that I've made in my life, and I just thank God for just allowing me to be able to experience who He is and to be able to just share that with others as well.
Very nice. And so, on this journey, I know that this journey sometimes can get a little tough, and sometimes you have to depend on God even when you can't trace Him. And so, tell me how you have maintained to live a safe life with all the obstacles that come with the safe life.
Okay. Um, I would definitely say just depending on God, ultimately, at the end of the day, you have to come to the place where you realize you can't do this on your own. That all that you need, even in your greatest weaknesses, God shows Himself strong. So you have to be able to understand that, God, He knows when you are weak. He knows when you are in desperate need of Him, and it's nothing wrong with, just being in prayer and seeking God and letting Him know that, God, I really need you in this area. So the obstacles of life, I would say, you can't do it without just having God and His power in your life to make sure that you have to understand that living safe, you can't do it without Him. That you must seek His face and just do what He would have you to do.
I really would. I agree with Miracle. Sometimes the road it does get a little like kind of blurry, but as long as you have in mind that you do want to serve God, then He can bless you and give you the desires of your heart.
You really can.
hmm And so, on the next question, I would like to ask, what would you tell someone who has just given their life to Christ? What would you tell someone about how to continue to live the same?
I would tell them first of all to be encouraged and that know that sometimes in life that you're gonna have discouraging moments, but um, always when you get to that level where you feel like, giving up, to just remember God in all your ways. Because sometimes the enemy, he'll come in, he'll try to discourage you, he'll try to make you believe that you're not who you are in Christ. But in those moments, I would encourage you, to get some scriptures, get some scriptures, or talk to a fellow person in Christ. That can help you even in those times of where you are weak or you feel discouraged. Because sometimes our brother's keeper or our sisters and brothers in Christ, they can encourage us, and at that same moment, we can do the same for them, when they're going through. So I would just say to just be encouraged. Don't give up. And sometimes in this life, you're going to have ups and downs. But just remember that as long as you are still here on this earth, that God always has a purpose and a plan. And to me, that should encourage you to be able to continue forth and move on.
Thank you, Miracle. And this is getting a little personal. So, Miracle, show them your hand.
My hand.
Yeah, Miracle is engaged, everyone. Okay, Miracle. So it's a lot of young ladies out here who feel like they have to go out and try to talk to these guys. And so, what would you say to a young lady on living that pure life and waiting on her husband to find her instead of her getting on these sites and getting on these these Christian dating sites and things like that? What would you say to someone who is waiting on someone?
I would definitely say, first of all, that just keep in mind that if marriage, if it's a desire of your heart, realize that God, He knows that, and that at the appropriate time in your life, that God, He will fulfill His promises, and there's no need to just be in a haste. Because I will tell you that even being engaged now, that God, He knows when the appropriate time it is for someone to come into your life, and that if you try to rush that moment and not be prepared, that it's going to cause a lot of havoc.
Even more chaos.
Yeah, it's going to cause a lot of havoc. So it's best to wait on God and not be just in such a swift to try to get in any kind of relationship, because you don't know. First of all, God is protecting you from so many different things that you don't realize. So it's best to just wait on God. And when you wait on God, trust me, He will give you the desires of your heart. And He will not only give you the desires of your heart, but He will give you somebody that will come into your life and that will add to your life and make you better. And both of you all can grow in Christ.
Right. And so, what did you do to prepare for where you are now? Did you see yourself in the future being married, or did you kind of, you didn't mind if you were single, or did you kind of desire to be married? And if you did desire to be married, what did you do in your single life to help you remain pure and wait on your husband?
For one, I would say that one of the main things that I believe that you can do is just, for me, I'll be honest, I did a lot of guard in my heart, because I just knew for myself that I wanted to be in a relationship that was of value and that was of worth. I just don't want to get in a relationship willy-nilly and just accept anything. I've always been just the type of person to just really just have the patience and also just wait on God for those things that you desire. Because I know for me, I desired to be married, and I knew that God knew that for me that I desired to be married. So it's best to wait. And also, I don't want to act like that things were easier. That that you go through things in your life and you learn, and God allows you when you go through different situations in life to just help grow you and mature you. because there's a lot of things that, once you get into a relationship that, you have to be prepared for. And there's a lot of things that, God is continuously maturing you. So you have to be just very patient and just wait on God.
Mhm. Okay, great advice. And so, would you say that the young men, because I know that you graduated with the bachelor's, and even at your high school diploma, how would you say that you dealt with people trying to talk to you, but you knew that they weren't the ones who God wanted you to be with?
Um, well, again, like to me, I knew to a certain extent the type of person that I was waiting for, and the type of person that I wanted to pursue me one day.
Mm,
So when it came to those things, I mean, it's okay to just I try to say not to try to lead anybody on or anything like that,
mm,
but just be polite and just know that what you're waiting on, the type of person that you're waiting on, that one day that God, He's going to
give you the
yeah,
desires
give
of
you
your
the
heart.
desires of your heart.
Hmm. And that's really good because sometimes, we're going to face these boys who want to talk to us, but it's important. Keyword, what Miracle said, was to remain polite because, you still are representing Christ even when because sometimes, y'all, sometimes eh, people act like they don't understand when you tell them you don't like them. But it's important what Miracle said to remain polite even when they, you know, are trying to talk to
Yeah.
you. Okay. So we're going to go on to the next question. So I know that school is about to begin, and I know that a lot of young people are on YouTube searching for back to school tips and all of this. So first, what would you say? You gave your life to Christ at 13. And so, what would you say to the kids who gave their life to Christ, or to the kids who haven't given their life to Christ, who are going back to school in these different environments? What would you say to them for being successful in school and hopefully trying to find Christ if they haven't already found a relationship with Christ?
Okay. I guess I'll speak first from a person that has,
Mm-hmm.
that is saved and is going back to school.
Mm-hmm.
I would say to be encouraged and ultimately, with it being a new school year, to just have a new perspective
Right.
and just mainly when you go to school, you go there to learn and to grasp and to just get a better understanding and learn things that you haven't learned before. So just try to stay focused. There's going to be a lot of peer pressure out there,
Mm-hmm.
but you don't have to give in. And
Mm-hmm.
trust me, later on in life, when you go through different things, you're going to be glad that, that God kept you and that God preserved you and that,
He
even
set you apart.
yeah, that He set you apart.
Mm-hmm.
So just be encouraged. And
Mm-hmm.
I would say, at the end of the day, when you go to school, you go there for one thing, and it is to learn. And to try to stay focused on that because even with learning itself, it comes with its challenges.
Mm-hmm.
So just try to remain focused on that. Those that are not saved, that are going back to school, I would encourage you to first desire to build a relationship with Christ.
Mm-hmm.
Because again, there is a lot of peer pressure out there, but
Mm-hmm.
that does not mean that you have to, give in and to bow into temptation. That God, even just with the different challenges of life, and I know that I'm nowhere near perfect. I don't claim to be perfect at all. That with God's help, even in your imperfections, that He has a way of still coming in and making all things new for you.
Right.
So I would say that continue to be strengthened and encouraged, and again, as well. You go to school for one thing, and it's to learn, and keep that in mind, and just know that the skills that you are taking in now, that they're going to be a benefit later on in life, and just continue to stay strong, while you're there.
Right. And I know that sometimes when students, get with the wrong crowd as well, sometimes their grades take an effect on them. And so it is important to desire that relationship with God because all things come added to you after that. He bless you with good surroundings because me and Miracle had this conversation earlier, and when you don't have the good surroundings, um, sometimes those grades get knocked all the way
Yeah,
down, and then it is hard coming back up.
yeah, yeah.
And so you really want to make, living that Christian or striving to
Yeah,
live
strive.
that Christian life, whether you're in high school or, grade school, or whether you're in college.
Yeah.
Okay, great. And so outside of church, we know that you love church, and I love church as well. So outside of church, what do you enjoy doing and remaining saved?
Okay. Well, I mean, I like to do different types of things. I know that,
Kind of adventurous.
yeah, very much so adventurous.
Mhm.
I mean, from trampoline park to sometimes, even though I have not done this in a long time bowling, but I have gone bowling. Um, I have recently went to this, what else is, it's like a puzzle game in Jackson called the Jackson Escape Room. I don't know if you heard about the escape room.
Oh, no, I
But
haven't
yeah,
heard.
it's really fun, and it's all of what it is just that they put you in a room, and it's just a group of like 5 or 6 people, and so in the room it's different clues that you have to take in, and you have to kind of build up teamwork and skills to work together to try to figure out how to unlock the room, and see if you can win a game. All you have is just an hour, to do so. So I mean, different
Awesome.
activities like that. I mean, can be just fun to me. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I feel like,
Yeah.
just because you're saved, some people they just see that as, oh, I can't do this, or I can't do that.
Yeah.
But I'm like, there's so much more that you don't realize that you can do. You can still have fun. You can still laugh. You can still, have good times with your family in a good way. Everything doesn't have to be,
Going to the club.
yeah, yeah. It doesn't have to be that way at all. I mean, there's so many different things that you can do, and to me, it's fun.
Yeah, that is fun. Yeah, because you actually experience true joy and true peace when you do give your life to Christ.
Yeah.
Because when you're out there in the world, you when you're out there in the world, sometimes you're confused. Well, most of the times you're going to be confused.
Yeah.
Because if you were brought up in the church and you're out there trying to do your own thing, you know the right way. You know the right way. And so when you're kind of like, I know the right way, but I want to do my own things, that's confusion. And so living for Christ, it gives you true peace. It gives you true joy. And so yeah, I would definitely say there are other ways to enjoy, having a good time instead of going to the club, or instead of drinking, or instead of smoking, or parties, or whatever they call it. Because really, that's not the life. It's really not. Okay, so last question. So this is the last question. What is your favorite scripture?
Well, my favorite scripture is Romans 8:28, for we know that all things work together.
That's my favorite
They love the
scripture as
Lord, they're
well.
called according to His purpose. And I
Yeah.
mean, with that one scripture, I think that it says everything in a nutshell. That all things, even in the good and the bad, when you're in Christ, all things work together for your good. As long as you know that you are called according to His purpose, in life, that no matter what happens, that it's going to come out for your good.
Amen. Amen. Well, thank you so much, Miracle, for
Thank you
joining
for
me
having me.
today. Miracle, it was my first guest, y'all, so expect more in this year, 2017.
Yes.
But thank you all for watching. If you all were blessed by this, once again, like I said, if you're shy, you don't have to say anything. But if you would like to, just drop something in the comments. Let me know that you're watching or something like that. And once again, thank you, Miracle, for joining
Thank
me
you
on
for having
today.
me.
You're
Thank you for having
welcome.
me.
Okay. Well, bye, everyone, and have a blessed day.
Yes.